I'm wearing my sweater today. Hello everyone, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. Welcome back to my channel. It is almost time for the Sweater Weather Readathon. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about it today and tell you what I'm going to be reading for it. It is a readathon hosted by Liv's Library, Abigail's Cup of Tea, and Zoe Delaney. The readathon runs from the 21st to the 27th of October this year, and there are some very fun challenges, so let's dive right on in. The first prompt is read a book with orange on the cover because, it is full vibes. So I chose For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing. I'll be listening to this one on Audible, and the Audible title in my Audible account is like the title itself, the letters are all orange. I'm only going to briefly explain the books because I did mention them all in my October TBR, so it's just kind of like a little recap of which ones I'm going to be prioritising throughout this readathon. So For Your Own Good is about this guy called Teddy who won Teacher of the Year award at this Belmont Academy, which boasts the best and the brightest of students. His wife, he claims, is really proud of him for this achievement. However, no one's seen her for a little while. So that's like curious enough, but then there's the death of one of the students' parents, and it's starting to look a lot like murder. Furthermore, one of the students is actually starting to investigate and dig into Teddy's life, and all Teddy wants to do is be left alone and push his students to achieve their highest potential. The second prompt really stumped me. It's read a book that takes place during fall, and I don't know about you, but I don't really know many books that take place during fall. There's probably tons, but I don't know how to find them. So I'm quite interested to see other people's TBRs for this and figure out what they're going to be reading for it. I have no clue what I will pick up for this one. Hopefully one of the books I'm going to talk to you about today will be set in fall so that it can meet that target. How do you find a book set in a certain season unless it's like purely based around like Halloween or Christmas or Valentine's Day or I don't know. Fall is just quite a varied option. The third prompt is to read a book in a format that you normally wouldn't. So for this one, I am going to be reading something on my Kindle, which I bought months ago and have never touched. I did charge it up this time round. I have one book on it, which I purchased when I got the Kindle, and that is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa. And that is a book. Let me see, I don't know how to use a Kindle at all. Where do you turn it on? This might take a while, folks. Oh, what's that? That's a button. Ooh, it's waking up. Look at that. Swipe to unlock Kindle. Oh, we've made some important updates. See what's changed on your Kindle. Next. Okay, I don't care. Just deal with you later. Library. It's so slow. That's what I don't like about this. This is like, I think, the most basic of Kindles, and it's just ridiculously slow. When No One Is Watching is opening. Where's the cover? There we go. There, you see? Perfect. That took a while. I am not very technologically smart. So this is a book about this girl called Sydney who is born and raised in Brooklyn. And I think she's quite upset because, every time she blinks, something changes in her neighborhood, like new construction's going on and for sale signs are going up, and now like the neighbors that she's known her whole life have like disappeared. So she goes on like this walking tour, I guess, to kind of hold what is left of her neighborhood close to her. And when she gets there, she's accompanied by a very unwelcome guest, Theo, her new neighbor. But then together they go on this like search or journey to find out what has happened to the neighbours that have disappeared. And the question is, are they going to find out and be able to help before they too disappear? Sounds very odd and intriguing, but yes, I'm looking forward to it, and reading a book on a Kindle if it actually gets a bit faster at some point. I mean, oh, you can't even see that, can you? Can you? Did you? Yes, I mean, it's so small and little, and yeah, Kindle is not my normal format. I understand how it can be quite convenient for people, especially when I go to work and stuff, rather than having to lug around a book all the time. But we shall see. This is going to be an experience. Fuck. Sorry. Don't toss things onto the bed when the phone is balancing on it. Okay, the next two prompts I'm doubling up on the same book because it is ginormous. So the first prompt is read a cozy backlist, which means like published before 2021. The second prompt is read a book with a full word in the title. So I chose House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. I mean, it's got the word leaves in it, and fall is where leaves are everywhere. Autumnal vibes. And this book just looks bizarre. The format is, again, I mean, I could double up with that as well, really. I mean, there's things that are upside down. Look at that. Why? I don't get it, but we're going to give it a go. I also don't know that much about it. Every time I hear about it, it's like someone has something different to say and a different kind of a premise, which is a bit strange. The most common example or premise I seem to get about this book is that it's about family that move into this house, and when they move in, they discover that the house is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's kind of just like a collection of stuff. I have no idea, but I'm excited to find out. So this is definitely going to be my Sweater Weather biggest read. I've been desperate to read this book for so bloody long. There's also a collection of photo prompts for Instagram that they've put together, which I think is really cool. I love Instagram. My Instagram is boho_bookworm. I will link it in the description box down below. Go give it a follow. So I'm going to briefly go through these photo prompts for you. Day 1, TBR stack. So you've just got to take a picture of what you're going to be reading throughout this readathon and post it. Day 2, fall-inspired drink or treat. So for me, pumpkin spice latte. I know that is so common and cliche, but I bloody love it. That, or like Glühwein, because it's where things start getting a bit colder and I want to be kept warm in the evening, so some Glühwein would be quite nice, I think. I have yet to decide what photo I will post and what drink I will post for that. As for a treat, I don't know, maybe like a cinnamon pretzel, or I mean, I am an absolute Krispy Kreme addict. It's terrible, but I could literally eat an entire box of like a dozen by myself in one sitting. Don't ever repeat that. Day 3 is a cozy reading spot. So normally the place I read the most these days is out like in this little park by a pond at work, and I just love sitting out there in the sun in like my little 1 hour lunch break. But by the Sweater Weather Readathon, I think the weather is going to have changed and I will just want to be kept warm and inside. So I'll probably just take a photo of my bed with a hot water bottle or maybe like a nice cozy cafe. I don't do that enough anymore. I used to always take myself out for a nice cappuccino and take a photo of my coffee and my book and my leg. However, I have just been saving like mad and avoiding going to places like cafes. That being said, tonight I am going to a Thai restaurant. Day 4 is currently reading and the outdoors, so you have to kind of put 2 and 2 together. So obviously I will see what book I am reading during that day, and then I will take it outside, freeze my tits off and snap a photo. Try not to get my nips in there because it will be cold. Day 5 is a cozy fall outfit. So I don't take photos of anything other than books on Boho Bookworm. I can try and incorporate fashion into the picture somehow. It's normally literally just my bare leg showing my tattoo because I've got like scripture. I can actually show you right now. Yeah, so that is my tattoo. So I normally have like a coffee or a glass of wine, my book and my leg, which you will see if you go onto Instagram right now and follow me. I'll figure something out by that point. I am slowly building up my wardrobe now that I have decided to permanently reside in the UK. I don't see or envision myself going anywhere anytime soon. This is now home. Hopefully nothing will happen to take me away because I am finally in a really good place. So I'll have some kind of like nice chunky sweater or like a pair of boots or something that I can kind of slap into a picture. Day 6 is full home decor. I just said that I am currently saving like crazy because I just had to buy a car, which depleted the majority of my savings. Am I going to have full decor? Probably not, because I mean it is so tempting every time I go to the shops. I mean Sainsbury's has this thing called Habitat in the UK, and it's just this really beautiful brand, and they do have some really nice fall items, but it's just like not in my budget right now. I think the one thing I do really want to buy is a nice big chunky blanket for this winter, because last winter I froze my absolute ass off. But that's not really decor, is it? I don't know. I might treat myself to a candle or something. You guys are making me spend money I don't have. How dare you? And day 7 is pumpkin. My kitchen's gonna get messy. So basically, you guys want me to carve a pumpkin. Great. If I am left with fingers, this will be a positive. Either way, I'm looking forward to this readathon. I can't wait to dive into these books. I have been trying so hard not to dive into them before the readathon, or before October really, because they are also the books that I plan on reading throughout the course of October. But I have been a good girl. Anyway, let me know if you're going to be taking part in the Sweater Weather Readathon, and yeah, let me know what you'll be reading for it, or just what you'll be reading throughout October, because I love hearing about your TBRs. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I plan on reading. I love getting your feedback on the books as well. I love the engagement with you guys. It makes me very happy. Time to get ready for Thai food, I think. See y'all later. Bye. Don't know why I'm doing a thumbs up.